Welcome back to my YouTube channel. By the end of this video, you will be taught the difference among sometimes, sometime and sometime. So they look similar, right? Even they sound similar, but they have completely different meaning. We'll get into that, okay? Sometimes means frequency adverb. In previous videos, we discussed what are frequency adverbs. It is one of them. How many times is not mentioned or specific, okay? Sometime means unspecified time in the future and in the past. We don't mention the specific time. In that case, we use sometime. No need to worry. Once we discuss examples, you will be able to understand, okay? Sometime, amount of time. So this is all about sometimes, sometime and sometime. So we'll discuss how to use them, okay, in example. Sometimes we all know about adverbs of frequency: always, usually, generally, normally, occasionally, often, sometimes, hardly ever, rarely. These are called adverbs of frequency. We always ask a question like how often or how many times. So these are all adverbs of frequency and sometimes is one of them, okay? So we'll get into sometime. Sometime. Sometime means unknown time in the past or in the future, not in the present, okay? Remember this. And when we want to know about the time, we ask this question, right? When. So when is the question word we use whenever we use sometime and sometime. They both sound similar, but when it comes to the meaning, there is a big difference, okay? Sometime means unspecified amount of time. We don't know how much time. Here, some is a quantifier. Some, any, few, little, several, plenty of, these are all quantifiers. Some is one of the quantifier, okay? One of the quantifiers. And time is an uncountable noun. When we combine some and time, we call it sometime. How much time? Sometime. We'll discuss examples and we are going to compare some examples with other examples, okay, so that you will easily understand the concept. Remember, some is a quantifier, time is an uncountable noun. We combine these two and we get sometime. First sentence. Sometimes I drink milk without sugar. Sometimes means how often or how many times? Sometimes. Here, how many times is not specified. It's a general, it is like general statement, okay? Sometimes I drink milk without sugar. Some people, sometimes they drink tea. There are some people, sometimes they drink coffee. These are all the examples, okay? Sometimes means so how many times is not mentioned particularly, okay? So no need to get confused. At the end of this video, we are going to compare these examples with other examples. Look at the second sentence. Sometime I watched that movie. Here the sentence is in past sentence, right? Past tense, simple past. Sometime in the past I watched that movie. So when did I watch? Sometime. Here specific time is not mentioned. Sometime I watched that movie. So look at third sentence. Sometime I will learn this course. When will I learn? Sometime in the future. So whenever we use sometime, so you don't have to mention the tense or in the past, in the future. Sometime I will learn this course. I mean, sometime in the future I will learn, but I am not specifying the time, particular time, right? Look at fourth sentence. she needs some time to finish the given project. I mean, she has got a project. I mean, she has been given a project from her boss, and she has been doing the project for a long time. She needs some time to finish the given project. Sometime means here how much time is not mentioned, like 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 days, 10 days, 1 week, 1 month. So particular time is not mentioned. She just says she needs some time to finish the given project. That's it. Here are another 4 sentences. Sometimes we play volleyball and most of the times we play cricket. Here sometimes means one time, two time, 10 times, 15 times. So particular how many times is not mentioned, right? Sometimes means it's a general statement. Most of the time we play cricket, which means we spend a lot of time in playing cricket rather than volleyball. He came to my house sometime. The sentence is in past simple. I mean, in the past, sometime, like unspecified time, unknown time in the past, my friend came to my house. I mean, I am not aware of the timing in the past, okay? Unknown time in the past, he came to my house. That is the meaning of sometime. Specific time is not mentioned. Look at the third sentence. Now she is 10 years old and she will learn swimming sometime. What is her age? 10 years old, right? And sometime in the future, I mean, I don't have any idea when she's going to learn swimming. Here I'm talking about unspecified, unknown time in the future. She will learn swimming sometime in the future. Specific time is not mentioned, like after 10 years, after 1 year. So it is not mentioned like that, right? Look at fourth sentence. They took some time to give a speech. They took some time means the sentence is in past simple. So I mean they wanted to give a presentation. So in order to give that, they took some time. If I say they took 5 minutes, 20 minutes, which means specific time is mentioned here in in this sentence. Sometime means amount of time. That's it. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So it is not mentioned like that. They took some time to give a speech. Sometime, just a little time. That's it. I mean, so far I have taken a couple of examples, right? If you haven't understood, no need to worry. We are going to compare now. Okay. Let's compare these examples with other examples. Okay. Let's compare. Look at the first sentence. I eat apples sometimes. Sometimes means how many times? Sometimes. Look at the same sentence in another way. I eat apples twice a week. Here, this statement is specific. Here, I have mentioned how many times. How many times? Twice. 2 times a week or 10 times a month. 100 times a year. I eat apples. So, if you mention how many times, like 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10, 100 times, 200 times, then these statements are specific. Okay. I just wanted to compare sometimes with another example. That's why I am giving these examples. Okay. Look at the second one. He fell on the ground from his bike sometime. Here, fall, fell, fallen. So this statement, this sentence is in past simple. Sometime in the past, like unknown time in the past, he fell on the ground from his bike. I mean, he was going somewhere and he didn't see a rock in front of him. Suddenly, he fell on the ground from his bike sometime in the past. But not a specific time. Look at the same sentence in another way. Last month, he fell on the ground from his bike. This statement is specific. Here I mentioned the particular time when, last month, or I can say last week, or last year, or last week Wednesday. He fell on the ground from his bike. Sometime means general. If you mention last month, last week, last Monday, last Saturday, last year in 2019, these are all specific timings. Okay, when specific timing. Sometime is general. Okay, we'll compare some more examples. I hope now you are able to make a difference, right? Look at these sentences. He'll become a businessman sometime. Here, this statement is in future simple. I haven't mentioned the particular time about the future. I have just said sometime. He will become a businessman sometime in the future. It's a general statement, okay? Because specific time is not mentioned. They have taken almost 1 year to speak fluently. So how much time they have spent? They have taken around 1 year. Almost 1 year they have taken to speak fluently. So this statement is specific because amount of time is mentioned. How much time? 1 year. Here amount of time is mentioned. That's why this sentence is specific. Look at the same sentence in another way. They have recently started learning grammar. So it will take some time to be fluent in this language. Sometime means they require more time or they require some more time. Here I have just mentioned some time, which means this statement is a general statement. They have recently started learning English grammar. So it will take some time or they will need some time to be fluent in this language because they want to learn a lot of concepts, right? If I tell you it will take another 1 year, 2 years, or another 6 months, that becomes specific. But the statement is general. It will take some time to be fluent in this language. So this is all about sometime, sometimes, and sometime. So the more you practice, you will be able to find the difference. Okay. So I have shown you a couple of examples. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Share it to your friends. Okay. If you have any doubt, please leave a comment. I hope you have understood the concept. Thanks for watching.